action.
Welcome to another weekly edition of the Best Way to Smoke News with Serpo Jr.
And Big J.
And stepping right on into it. George Floyd's family preps $250 million lawsuit against Kanye West. The family of George Floyd is planning to sue Kanye and his associates for $250 million in damages over the rapper's false statements about Floyd's death. Roxy Washington, who is the mother of Floyd's daughter, plans to file the lawsuit on behalf of the child, who is a minor. The family is accusing West, his business partners, and associates of harassment, misappropriation, defamation, and infliction of emotional distress. According to a statement, Floyd's family issued a case and deceased letter to West over his comments on Drink Champs. During the appearance, the rapper falsely claimed that Floyd wasn't murdered by former police officer Derek Chauvin, but that he died of fentanyl. It is currently unclear if those affirmations are accurate. But in my opinion, right there, it's like, I mean, Kanye is just, he's a major figure and he's giving his opinion. You know, it's like everybody who knows what's what knows what the business is. And it's just Kanye, he just on his trip again, in my opinion.
Right, yeah. And it's like no matter who you are, it's like that saying, opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Moving on. Cannabis straight to your door for a price. Uber is betting that pot smokers will be willing to pay more for their weed in order to have it delivered to their door, and they are partnering with Leafly to do so. Starting Monday, cannabis connoisseurs in Toronto aged 19 and over will be able to use Uber Eats to deliver the goods right to their door. It marks not only a new milestone for Leafly, but a huge milestone for the cannabis industry. Dave Cotter, Leafly Chief Product Officer, told GeekWire. Leafly also delivers in the U.S. Seattle-based Leafly also offers delivery service in the U.S. in states where cannabis is legal through partnerships with retailers with a minimum order threshold of $60. We think cannabis delivery is key part in growing the consumer market. He added, "We've been investing in delivery for the past 18 months, and this is a further extension into our plans," Cotter said. While being able to order cannabis on Uber Eats is definitely convenient, Uber Eats has a reputation for being rather expensive. You know they gonna charge your ass to get that shit delivered. Ordering a $15 meal through delivery services like Uber Eats and DoorDash can often run you $25 or more when adding a service fee and a tip. Will weed smokers want to pay $85 for an eighth that costs $60 before taxes? Hell no. So look, man, it's definitely a cool thing though, man. But me personally, you know, for a person that they might can't get around or something like that and need their shit delivered, that's cool though. But me personally, I want to go see what I'm buying and see what I'm getting. But it's if they don't have to jack the prices up that much, it's a cool thing though, man. But that shit is like extortion, man. Ain't nobody trying to pay that.
I mean, like you say, it's some like weed smokers out there that's willing to do that. Like if I'm finna buy a $60 eighth, and I probably gotta drive a couple miles to get there, so there go my $15.
Right.
You know,
right.
so to those that's thinking like that, they like, man, this is like heaven.
Yeah. Hey, would you do it?
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends, but most likely I already be having mine, so I don't need no
every day.
delivery.
Look, I probably have to be stranded somewhere though.
Yeah.
But hey, moving on.
Garcia requests statewide task force on cannabis. Assemblywoman Christina Garcia, a Democrat in Bell Gardens, on Tuesday released the following statement regarding the request to the Department of Justice for the creation of a cannabis task force. The request is below. I have requested that the California Department of Justice create a statewide task force on cannabis, but focus the first part of the investigation in Southeast Los Angeles County. This task force should evaluate the contracting practices, cannabis licensing procedures, and related issues of the contracting of cities in Southeast Los Angeles and other regions of the state that warrant additional oversight. I have been a proponent of legalizing and regulating the cannabis market, and was a signatory for Proposition 64, which is like she's with it, which legalized cannabis in California. We need to ensure we eliminate the black market and ensure the local level process is legitimate, fair, and not fraught with corruption. Creating a statewide cannabis task force will help to ensure that. And it's like, in my opinion, if we legalizing this and we going about it the right way, I believe like it could be like useful
Right.
if it's used in that manner.
Right.
So if we legalizing this stuff, we getting the proper licenses. All right, let's make it fair for the people that's getting the licenses.
Right.
That way it'll low key eliminate the black market. So it's like, in my opinion, I don't think she's trying to go against it, but she's trying to set, like, you know what I'm saying, a guideline for it, and also for it to be somewhat obtainable.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, though, for sure. Moving on. THCV, the rare cannabinoid that'll conquer the industry. Now that 1/3 of Americans live in a state where recreational cannabis is legal, there's booming demand for cannabinoids, the compounds found in the cannabis plant. The most well-known cannabinoid are CBD and THC, but there are actually over 100 known cannabinoids. Something new. Many of these cannabinoids have even stronger health benefits than CBD, but up until recently, they have been difficult to produce because they only exist in trace amounts. Of this rare cannabinoid, THCV is among the most effective and sought after. Not to be confused with THC, the primary psychoactive compound found in cannabis. THCV can treat a variety of conditions, including Alzheimer's, diabetes, and osteoporosis. THCV also has the potential to disrupt numerous industries, including nutritional health food, cosmetics, and skincare. These articles will explore the unique properties of THCV and what makes it so coveted. Health benefits. While THCV has a similar chemical makeup of to THC, there are several notable differences, especially in its health benefit. First, THCV is not as psychoactive as THC. While THCV can be psychoactive in high doses, in small and moderate doses, it can actually lessen the high you get from THC. Additionally, THC enhances appetite and can help relieve pain, while THCV suppresses appetite and is more effective as a diabetes medication. That's deep, though. I think it's good now that they are like exploring the plant more. You know, they taking a bigger look into the plant to see the different benefits that they can pull from it to help people in different ways. And if, you know, it's a lot of people, especially in the black community and stuff like that deal with diabetes and shit. So if they could come up with something in the form of a plant that can produce something that can help with diabetes, man, I think that's dope.
That is.
Yep. Moving on.
Holcomb won't follow Biden's lead and pardon simple marijuana offenses. That sounds kind of crazy. Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb refuses to follow President Joe Biden's lead and pardon Hoosiers convicted of Hoosiers.
Yep.
Convicted of simple marijuana possessions. We all learning something within the Best Way to Smoke news.
Yep.
Biden announced recently he would pardon everyone convicted federally of simple possession of cannabis. But the bulk of Americans convicted of that offense are at that of a state level. And so Biden urged governors to use their pardon power the way he did. Holcomb said he can't, in good conscience, issue blanket pardons when marijuana possession is still a crime. As he has said many times before, he wants Congress to change federal law on cannabis before he'll advocate for change in Indiana law. The governor also noted that Indiana expungement process allows those with low-level offenses like simple marijuana possession to have their records sealed, shielding them from employers and applications for licensing and housing. So it's like his viewpoint on it. It's like, why am I finna pardon these people right now when it's not federally legal?
Right.
If you federally legalize this, okay, that is a big old piece of pie that like I consider eating.
Right.
Because right now within his state, it's like if you have these minor possessions, it's a process you can take to get your record sealed,
Right.
to get certain licenses and to get like in housing.
Right.
Because we do know certain records that keep you back from getting housing.
Right.
So if it's federally passed, Holcomb is giving it a thumbs up.
Right.
But as of right now, and it's like, man, it's not even federally legal. So why would I follow that?
Yeah, I see that, man.
That's the best way to smoke news with Serpo Jr.
Big J.
Baby.